Hello po mga kababayan, si Dante Maravillas, Bicolano vlogger, broadcast journalist from Albay. Itong mga dilawan mga kababayan, hindi makontento sa ginagawa ng ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos to fight corruption. Laging nagmamagaling. Mahilig mga kababayan magaling itong mga dilawan. Si Shilo Magno, Associate Professor, UP School of Economics at dating Undersecretary ng Finance. Sabi niya, it is very difficult niya if you're just going to open a portal. Definitely, you will receive various complaints. But the question is, so what do you do with these complaints? Ano sa tingin mo yung gagawin? Ano sa tingin mo yung intensyon ng ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos? Bakit naglagay siya ng isumbong sa Pangulo? Natural, para habulin yung mga kurakot sa gobyerno. Yun ang mismong intensyon. Tinatanong pa ba yan? Common sense naman. Kaya nga yung mga sangkot sa anomalous flood control projects, nagkakagulo na ngayon. Di ba? At personal na binibisita ng ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos. Galing nga lang yung ating Pangulo doon sa Iloilo City at na-discover niya na yung mga flood control projects doon defective. O ito yung post niya kahapon. Bongbong Marcos, sa aking pagbisita sa Iloilo, nakita natin ang mga delayed at palpak na flood control projects na lalo pang nagpalala ng pagbaha. Inatasan ko ang DPWH na panagutin at i-blacklist ang mga palpak na contractors. Sa ating mga kababayan, kasama kayo sa laban kontra katiwalian at pagbaha. I-report ang mga anomalya sa sumbong sa Pangulo.ph. Sama-sama tayong kumilos para sa mas ligtas na bagong Pilipinas. So, binisita kahapon ng ating Pangulo yung flood mitigation project sa Iloilo City. Section 9 and 10 project sa Haro, Iloilo City. Yan o. Palpak. Delayed at palpak. Nag-aerial inspection yung ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos. Kaya itong mga pinagsasabi ni Shilo Magno, papansin lang po. Para maging relevant, malamang sa 2028 senatorial election, tatakbo din ito. Itinutulak ng kanyang mga kapwa dilawan. Kayong mga dilawan po, binigyan na kayo ng pagkakataon na mamuno sa ating bansa for the past 30 years. Wala man po na nangyari. In fact, hindi mga ninyo na upgrade. Kahit man lang yung mga estero, mga kanal sa Metro Manila at iba pang mga lungsod sa buong bansa. Mahilig lang kayo, no? Mag-criticize, dumaldal, parang yung mga Duterte. Sige lang ang daldal. You see? Yan ang sabi niya rito. Former Finance Undersecretary Shilo Magno says President Marcos' anti-corruption drive needs to follow through to address the root causes of the problem. This comes after the President launched the Sumbong sa Pangulo website, where the public can view and report alleged irregular flood control projects. Among the reforms Marcos can do, according to Shilo, include backing the Freedom of Information Bill and pushing for the disclosure of beneficial ownership. Yes, sabi ni Rio Fabesos, hanggang ngayon griping pa si Shilo. Sabi ni Gina Nars, Heights, paipal na naman parang si Buang Zon, kahit hindi mo pa yan sabihin, nasa otak na yan ni BBM. Mga assuming po, feeling nila sila yung mga pinakang magagaling sa paglaban sa korupsyon. Sabi ni One North for Better PH Heights, mga niga, siyempre action na ng reklamo, wala nga naman gagawa ng ganyan na walang akbang na pagsolusyon. Sabi ng isa pa, mag-apply ka po, tagabasa ng mga complaints at taga-suggest ng solusyon ng bawat complaint. Yan ang gawin niya. Gusto mong tumulong sa transparency at pag-sumbong, mag-ikot ka sa buong Pilipinas. Tulad ng ginagawa ng ating Pangulo. Ikot ng ikot siya para personal na alamin. And in fact, yan ang dahilan kung bakit nasama to sa kanyang zona. Kasi na-discover niya pinagluloko tayo ng mga contractors. Sabuat yung mga politiko. Sabi ng ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos, pag na-found out niya ang mga kasabwat na politiko, kahit pa malapit sa kanya, kahit pa supporter niya, kalyado niya, hindi na niya tayo magkaalyado. You see? Nakita ninyo? Yung binulgar niya na 15 mga contractors. Isa doon, nagbigay ng 30 million na donasyon kay Chis Escudero. Biglang pumutak si Escudero. Sabay Poncio Escudero. O diba? Sabi ng mga matatanda, ang manok pag pumutak ng itlog. Ngayon, sabi ni violasyon sa Omnibus Election Code ang ginawa ni Chis Escudero. Si Chis Escudero, mga kababayan, parang tumalon sa kumunoy. sa kanyang pag-amin. Yan sabi ni Atty. Macalintal, election law bars campaign donations from government contractors. Sabi dito sa report ng Inquirer, in the wake of controversies over multi-billion peso flood control projects awarded to corporations linked to public officials, veteran election lawyer Romulo Macalintal reiterated that soliciting or receiving campaign donations from any entity or individual with government supply or service contracts is prohibited. Sa kanyang statement, Macalintal cited Commission on Elections Resolution Number 1077-2 for the 2022 elections and Resolution Number 11109 for the 2025 elections, which both provide that donations from domestic corporations to any political party or candidate is considered reasonable if it does not exceed 5% of the corporation's taxable income on the taxable year immediately preceding the elections. The same resolutions both provided the general rule that no person shall solicit or receive directly or indirectly contribution for partisan political activity from any entity or person who holds contracts to supply the government with goods or services or to perform construction and other works, sabi po niya. Macalintal pointed out that this prohibition is likewise provided under the Omnibus Election Code 95C, which states that contributions are banned from persons who hold contracts or subcontracts to supply government or any of its divisions, subdivisions, or instrumentalities with goods or services, or to perform construction or other works. Violation of this rule is an election offense which carries the penalty of 1 to 6 years imprisonment with no probation and disqualification to hold public office, sabi po ni Macalintal. Ano pa iniintay ninyo? Sheila Magno, diba kasama kayo sa civil society? Anyone na mga maiingay, ba't hindi pa ninyo sampaan ang kaso? Itong si Chis Escudero. O diba? At ito din yung challenge natin sa nag-ingay mga kababayan na si JB Ejercito. Ayan, sabi niya, Senator JB to flood control graft suspects, you have special place in hell. O ang challenge natin kay JB Ejercito, bakit hindi mo yan sabihin sa pagmumuka ni Chis? O diba? Inamin niya, tumanggap siya 30 million noong 2022 galing kay Lawrence Lubiano, kanyang kababayan sa Sorsogon, isang kontraktor na napangalanan ng ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos, isa sa 15 na mga contractors, flood control contractors, na kumo-corner ng mga kontrata sa gobyerno. O ngayon, sa pag-amin ni Chis Escudero, parang tumalon man lang siya sa kumunoy. Bawal pala. Sabi yan ni Atty. Macalintal, isang expert sa election laws. So ano pang iniintay ninyo? Ang sabi ng ating Pangulo, tulong-tulong tayo. Kaya nga nag-establish siya ng isumbong sa Pangulo. Yung sabi ng ating Pangulo sa kanyang press conference, wala na ba talaga tayong investigative journalist sa Pilipinas? Trabaho nyo yan. Go out there, tingnan ninyo, talk to the people, we need to hear from everyone. President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr. sa kanyang hamon sa mga mamamayan kaugnay sa koneksyon ng mga kontraktor sa mga kongresista. Hindi lang kongresista, pati mga senador. Kaya nga, nasungal-ngal po si Joel Villanueva a day after nasabihin niya na walang sangkot na mga senador daw dito. Biglang lumitaw yung pangalan ni Chis Escudero, barkada niya. At inamin pa, mga kababayan na kaibigan niya. Nagbigay sa kanya ng 30 million pesos na campaign fund. Yun pala bawal, sabi sa election laws. Sabi ni election lawyer, Attorney Romulo Macalintal. Ano pang iniintay ninyo? Ano ba? Tumulong kayo sa ating Pangulo. Hindi yung daldal ng nagdaldal. At hanap kayo ng hanap ng diferensya at pagkukulang. Kung talagang nagmamahal kayo sa ating bansa, itumulong kayo, ang bilis lang ninyo dumaldal. Ibuti pa yung anak ng ating Pangulo, si Congressman Sandro Marcos. Sabi ni Congressman Sandro, "There's nothing wrong, anya, with independent probe on House regarding flood control projects." Sabi niya, Congress cannot probe flood control due to members' links. Why would a body anya investigate itself? So sabi dito niya, Presidential son in House Majority Leader Ferdinand Alexander Sandro Marcos has agreed with calls for a third-party probe in alleged anomalies in flood control projects, saying Congress cannot investigate an issue linked to some of its members. So malinaw po ang posisyon ng Marcos family. Talagang wala silang sasantuhin. Alam naman natin, ang daming mga politiko at mga contractors, dikit ng dikit sa Marcos family. Ngayon po, dumistansya na yung Marcos. Alam niya, si Umaboso po, yung mga dumikit sa kanya. Kasi ang intensyon lang po, magkamal ng limpak-limpak na kontrata. Ganon yan po, mga kababayan. Gamitan, yan ang uso dito sa Pilipinas. At pag hindi na magamit, siraan na. Ganon. Pakinggan natin yung interview ng mainstream media kay Sandro Marcos kahapon. Ito po.
Sa 2026 national budget, paano magiging diskarte ng House? At marami pang iba kasi inaasikaso yung House, paano po magiging diskarte sa...
Well, maraming inaasikaso ang House, but as per the legislature, the most important piece of legislation for both the upper and the lower house is the passing of the national budget. So that would take priority and precedence over everything. We have already set a schedule with the Committee on Appropriations and the Chairwoman Nika Swan Singh to be able to make sure that the agencies are given the proper opportunity to brief the legislature as to their intentions and the amounts that they were allocated by the DBM to be able to justify what they will be spending and what programs they will be prioritizing in the coming year.
About criticisms that, what do you say about criticisms that the House doesn't have the credibility to conduct its own investigation into flood control projects?
I actually agree.
There are
I agree.
dozens of contractors.
I agree.
Sir?
In what way?
Why would a body investigate itself?
So you're in favor of creating?
I think it would be wise and prudent on us to wait on as to what the executive has to say and what their actions are with regards to the president's speech in the SONA. I think we shouldn't get ahead of ourselves. The president already released certain names and figures in his press con and his press con the other day. I think what will be happening in the next few weeks, although the House, I believe, should assist in being able to identify where the anomalies are, I think it will be primarily the prerogative of the executive to be able to identify where these anomalies lie, given the fact that, again, the accused, so to speak, is within the legislature.
Dapat ba, sir, maamin na yung mga congressman na kasama?
I'm sorry?
Dapat ba maamin na yung mga congressman?
Hindi kita marinig, sir. Sorry.
Dapat po ba maamin na yung mga congressman?
Umamin?
Oo.
Well, again, I think it's the prerogative of the executive to identify. I think the House should assist. I'm not going to tell the members what they shouldn't do. I think, alam mo naman, we're all grown men and women here. But in any case, it should be incumbent. And that's why I decided to contact SP Cheese to be a co-author of his bill na final niya sa Senado tungkol sa mga to do with the contractors and family relations. So hopefully we'll be getting that through this Congress.
You worked with Kong Zaldico in the 19th Congress. May reaction po ba kayo nung lumabas yung 15 contractors na doon po yung Sunwest Corporation?
I'm sorry?
Do you have any reaction po na kasama po doon yung kay Kong Zaldico's Sunwest Corporation?
As of now, no.
Sir, but do you think you should be part of the investigation? You should be included in the
Again,
investigation?
it's the prerogative of the executive, so I think we should wait on what they have to say and what their indications as to the investigation will be.
But if ever, sir, are you open to a third-party investigation of the House and its possible rise to contact?
I don't see anything wrong with that.
Sir, going back to the budget.
Again, this is all about transparency and accountability. That's why we have an open budget. That's why we're doing what we're doing. So whatever helps towards transparency, whatever helps towards accountability, everyone and anyone should be on board for.
Sir, yung target date na ipasa ng House version.
Oh, wow. October... Ayan. We decided to push forward. By pass, do you mean transmit to the Senate? Hopefully
Galing ni Sandro
by
po,
October 9, 8, we will have finished all that needs to be done. And then we will transmit to the Senate on the last day before adjournment on the 10th.
Sir,
This is the ideal situation na hindi tayo magkaroon ng problema. Thankfully, ang galing ng bagong chairwoman natin, si Chair Mika Swansing, she left a little bit of a buffer. So just in case, or in the case that we run into some unforeseen obstacles, which we always do, we will be able to make up for in time.
Sir, will the President certify it as urgent? Nire-request ba ng House?
You're gonna have to ask the President.
No, I mean, nire-request ba ng House na i-certify as urgent yung budget bill?
We'll see.
Sir, briefing pa lang po yung DPWH sa Committee on Public Accounts. Pero pag i-launch na po yung probe, will it be a waste of time?
I don't know. We'll have to see.
But you said po kasi kanina na, well, yun nga, sa tanong po ni Dwight, na why would it investigate?
There are different angles that could be taken when talking about the House assisting the executive. It's not just about the anomalies of the flood control project. It's about the waste management in the Metro Manila that causes the flooding. There are plenty of things to be probed that are not solely reliant or do not rely upon the anomalies that the executive spoke about. The House can assist in many, many other ways.
Sir, the President said he will not sign a budget that is not fully aligned with the NEP. Does that mean the House cannot make...
I will not allow a budget on the floor to pass that is a mutation of the NEP or that is become too far off from the NEP. As Majority Leader, I won't allow it to happen.
Well, hindi po ba yung pag-encroach sa power ng Congress?
Well, it's the prerogative of the House to pull from certain agencies that haven't been utilizing their funds. Nakita mo naman ang tawag dyan, utilization rate. Ibig sabihin, binigay ka ng 10 pesos. Kung 5 pesos lang ginamit mo sa isang taon, edi ba't ka namin bibigyan ng 10 pesos na naman kung hindi mo lang igagastos? Ilagay na lang namin sa ibang ahensya na may kaya na gumastos ng ganong klaseng pondo. So it's the prerogative of the House to do that. It's part of the checks and balances of the branches of government. But again, if there is a tendency in which it's taken too far, which the President thinks happened last year, that was his logic, and that's what he was alluding to when he said he wasn't scared to reenact the budget. Because sa tingin naman ng Pangulo, sumobra naman last year. So, I won't allow that.
Sir, was it the House's fault? Was it the House's fault?
I don't think there's much point in finger, in pointing fingers at who did what.
But sir, it's about accountability.
Yes, you're correct, which is why we should wait for the investigation.
Majority Leader, in favor po kayo sa Constitutional Convention for Chacha?
Oh God, I'm not even. That's nasa budget pa lang tayo. I think let's not bring that up. It's the wrong time and the wrong place.
Sa pagkano yung flood control project para sa 2026?
Hindi ko alam, kakakuha ko lang yung NEP. I haven't even read it yet. Today is the first day. So we'll have to sift through it to fine comb. But I think, or I hope, because flood control projects are now under the microscope, that our fellow legislators will be doing the wrong things.
Sir, kahapon, sir, sabi niyo ayaw niyo mag-point ng fingers, parang useless. Pero kahapon sabi
Sir, I'm not gonna comment on that anymore. Again, I think it's worth just waiting for the prerogative of the executive, which is the investigation and the anomalies of the 2025 budget.
Sir, I just want
I'm not gonna comment on that any further.
Kasi
Mahiling po siya, no? Si Sandro Marcos. Hindi po pwede kasi mapipreempt yung investigation. Hindi pwede yung basta't aligasyon. Kaya ayaw na niyang sagutin mga kababayan. Yung tanong ng isa pang reporter na pinipilit siya na sabihin kung sino-sino itong mga sangkot. Nasa investigasyon nga eh. At hindi siya konforme mga kababayan na mismong Kongres ang magsagawa ng investigasyon kasi alam niya may mga sangkot. So, ang sinasabi niya, konforme siya na independent body ang magsagawa ng investigasyon. O di ba? Para maging fair po.
Yes.
Kasi may gagawin ng investigasyon ang Committee on Public Accounts, iba pang mga committees.
Yes, I believe may hearing sila today.
So wala muna yun. Hintayin yung prerogative ng executive.
Well, again, it's completely up to the House. And of course the Chairman Terry Redon, what he wants to do with the hearings with the DPWH. But I haven't spoken to him personally yet as to the direction he will be taking. Today ba yung hearing? I think it's today.
Hindi man niya mapipigil kung magsagawa ng investigasyon yung ibang mga kasama niya, lalo na yung sa minority. Si Terry Redon, Bicol Saro Party List. Alam naman ninyo yung inclination ni Terry. Kasama sila sa mga Makabayan Black. Ang mga Makabayan Black, anti-Marcos. You see? Kaya kung halimbawa, magsagawa ng investigasyon si Terry Redon, hindi man yun mapipigil ni Sandro Marcos bilang majority leader, kahit na ni Speaker Martin. Pero ang punto ni Sandro Marcos, hindi niya, conforme siya doon sa independent body. Kasi niya, hindi mo man pwedeng imbestigan yung sarili mo. Hindi siya magiging credible kasi sa mata ng ating mga mamamayang Filipino na imbestigan mo yung sarili mo. Di ba?
Yes.
So I guess let's just wait and see, and then you can ask the chairman himself kung ano man ang plano niya sa House and what he plans to do with the hearings and the directions he plans to take.
Should flood control projects get lesser budget this year muna amid the corruption
I think there should be a master plan that should be followed. I don't think it should be arbitrarily decided upon year after year. I think the identification as to what and where the most flood-prone areas are quite apparent and have been apparent for numerous years. So I think it should be incumbent upon the DPWH and its attached agencies and all the other agencies involved to really create a master plan that should be followed over X amount of years and should not be veered from. We already know what the top 10 flood-prone areas are. Doon tayo maglagay ng flood control. Tama na. Enough.
Majority flag ba?
Na-discovery kasi ng ating Pangulo, may mismatch doon sa mga flood control areas, flood-prone areas, yung laging binabaha ng mga probinsya, ng mga lugar. Tapos yung mga lugar kung saan maraming flood control projects, mismatch po. Bakit niya? Yung mga lugar na laging binabaha, hindi masyadong maraming flood control projects. Kasi, ang nangyayari po, palakasan. Kung sino yung malakas, yun ang nabibigyan ng mga projects. Alam na ninyo yung hati-hati. Hindi po pwede ang ganon. May sinusunod dapat na master plan. Yan ang sinasabi ni Sandro Marcos. Kung saan, yung mga lugar na laging binabaha, dapat doon ang maraming flood control projects. At hindi dapat patsi-patsi, basta lang makakubra. Yan ang nangyayari po. Naging gatasan, milking cow ng mga politiko, contractors, at na mga taga-DPWH. Sa buhatan po yan, pati ng mga taga-kuwa. Kuha dito, kuha doon. Kaya nangyayari po ito, gusto ng tuldukan ng ating Pangulong Bongbong Marcos kasi enough is enough. Grabe na po ang nangyayari sa ating bansa. Kaya ikot ng ikot. Galing palang Iloilo yung ating Pangulo. Na-discover niya, palpakan niya. Delayed at palpak. Dapat niya i-blacklist yung mga kontraktor. Hindi na bibigyan ng kontrata. Disqualified na sila. Kasi dinadaya nila yung ating gobyerno. Yan ang gustong mangyari ng ating Pangulo na kailangan pong isupport po natin. Tama? Kaya tuwang-tuwa yung ating mga mamamayan. Good job, PBBM. Great job, PBBM. Maraming Pilipino kung makapag-comment, makapanglait, akala mo naman may narating na sa buhay. Salamat na marami dakilang Pangulo ng Bansang Maharlika. Salamat sa pagbisita sa aming bayan. Salamat sa tulong. God bless po, mahal na Pangulo. Mr. President, maraming korap na kontraktor sa Iloilo at DPWH magkakontsaba. Kaya dapat mag-imbestiga dyan din ang Kongreso kasi sila ang mga taong may gawa. Nag-react na yung mayor ng Iloilo. Dito, post ni Vico Soto. As per Iloilo City Mayor Raisa Treñas, may problema rin ang 4 na flood control projects ng Diskaya Company sa kanila. Nasa 120-150 million ang bawat proyekto or total 570 million. As per Mayor Treñas, these projects are either non-functional, have caused flooding, or in some cases, practically non-existent. Sabi po niya, kung gusto natin ng mas maayos na kinabukasan para sa ating bayan, panagutin natin ang mga taong nasa likod nito, putulin natin ang siklong ito. Ito yung post ni Mayor Treñas ng Iloilo. Sabi niya, I take serious note of President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s pronouncement this morning naming the top 15 contractors for flood control projects nationwide. Among those cited, St. Timothy Construction Corporation in Alpha and Omega General Contractor and Development Corporation, both ranked in the top 5, are currently handling major flood control projects here in Iloilo. The implementing agency for these projects is the Iloilo City District Engineering Office. For reference, based on the ICDEO's status report as of July 31, 2025, the following projects are listed. Yan ba? St. Timothy Construction Corporation, yung project construction of flood mitigation structure, Section 1, Lapos, Iloilo City. Program amount, 150 million. Original expiry date, December 16, 2024. Pangalawa, St. Timothy Construction Corporation, project construction of flood mitigation structure, Section 2, Lapos, Iloilo City. Program amount, 150 million. Original expiry date, December 16, 2024. Number 3, St. Timothy Construction Corporation, project construction of flood mitigation structure, Section 1, Iloilo City. Program amount, 125 million. Original expiry date, November 14, 2024. Remarks, gin-suspend as of June 9, 2025 due to obstructions. Kag wala matumod kundiin ang specific address. Pang-apat, Alpha and Omega General Contractor and Development Corporation, Project Iloilo Comprehensive Flood Control Mitigation Project, Section 2. Program amount, 150 million. Target completion date, March 24, 2026. Remarks, wala matumod kundiin ang specific address. So sabi niya, these projects are either non-functional, have caused flooding, or are, in some cases, practically non-existent. I fully support the ongoing investigation initiated by President Marcos Jr. in these contractors and their projects.
Yan ang binisita mga kababayan ng ating Pangulo. Sabi ng ating Pangulo, palpakan niya. Delayed palpak.
Yan Sa aking pagbisita sa Iloilo, nakita natin ang mga delayed at palpak na flood control projects na lalo pang nagpalala ng pagbaha. Inatasan natin ang DPWH na panagutin at i-blacklist ang mga palpak na contractors.
Matik po, mga kababayan, mabuhay ang Pangulo, mabuhay ang bagong Pilipinas.
Sa mga naghanap ng malinis and spacious fitness gym, pumunta lang po kayo sa aming Colossal Fitness Gym. We also offer Grab Car Rental with our brand new 2023 model ng Toyota Innova. We also accept booking for those who are planning to travel via PAL, Cebu Pacific, and other airline companies, local and international, and bills payment for Meralco Bills, PLDT, Aleco Bills, etc. Ang Colossal Fitness Gym is located at 3rd floor Security Bank Building, Landco Business Park, Legazpi City, Albay. For inquiries, look for Chilon Maravillas. Contact number 0966-802-0949. Yan yung aming Innova. Lagi na pong matao sa amin. Pati mga foreigners po, tingnan ninyo. Mga British tourists sila. Ang lalaki ng katawan na, mga kababayan, nag-gym sa amin. Ito naman po, Indian National. Ito mga mga European sila. Ito naman yung bago naming product na binibenta online, iGlow Serum. Whitening po siya galing sa South Korea. Tingnan ninyo yung epekto sa aking anak na architect entrepreneur, Riz Maravillas. For inquiries, look for Riz Maravillas on FB. Ito naman po, Firmax Firming and Lifting Cream. Pinapahid po siya sa mga pulses and affected area. Mainam po siya sa mga pains at paninigas na mga kaso-kasuan. Ito po, Automax Radiant Serum. Sa mukha naman yung application. Anti-aging po siya. You will look 10 years younger than your age. Ito naman po yung bagong product naming binibenta online. I am Worldwide Amazing Pure Organic Barley Powder Drink Mix from Australia. Endorsed by cancer survivor Maritone Fernandez. Pwede kayong magnegosyo nito mga kababayan. Kontakin lang ninyo yung aking anak na architect entrepreneur for business inquiries and orders. Yan o. Nag-shipping yung anak kong architect entrepreneur. May mga travel incentives po sila. Marami kaming stocks po para sa mga orders ninyo. Ang mga health benefits niya po, boost immunity, improves digestion, enhances energy levels, packed with antioxidants, prevent cancer. Sa mga mahilig naman po sa mga imported bags and wallets, demiretso na lang kayo kay Ma'am Eileen Rosales, Eileen Closet. Naka-base po siya sa Amerika.